So it was a reenactment of James Melchert's 1972 Happening Changes, in which he and a whole bunch of other artists in Amsterdam, in a studio in Amsterdam, dunked their heads and encased themselves in slip to have like a reflective, meditative journey inwards into their body and becoming the clay vessel as opposed to making a clay vessel. They let the clay control themselves instead of controlling the clay. Dunking your head in the slip was an interesting experience. It felt kind of weird and cold, but when I came up, it definitely felt like I was in my own little isolated world. I could definitely not hear as well, and obviously I couldn't see, and just keeping my mouth shut and breathing through my nose was kind of a weird experience as well. But I could also kind of hear the outside as well. I could hear you guys talking, and but it was like you guys were in a far off, distant place. It's like we were separated by the barrier, by the walls of the piece.
When I first stepped up to the bucket, I knew I had to do it, but it was kind of hard to push myself into the big bucket of slip. And then sitting down, all I could really do was sit and breathe and kind of let the world pass around me.
I tried to envision what was going to happen, and the best thing I could come up with was diving into a swimming pool. And so that's what I thought of when I walked up to the slip. I just thought, okay, this is a dive. I'm going into this, and I'm not going to be able to breathe. And that was probably the best thing I could do.
Opening my mouth for the first time in my eyes, it was like Jim describes it as a little mini explosion as your eyes kind of pop open and the dry clay pops off. But it took me a while to even be able to open my eyes and my mouth. And it was definitely an interesting experience dunking, but it was also definitely part of the experience coming back to the social world. So.